The most common question I've been asked by literally hundreds of investors this year is now the right time to buy property in Australia? Now, with so much misinformation, instability, and fear in the markets at the moment, it can be really, really easy to take what's going on right now for what's going to occur on the Australian property front longer term. Now, to be really honest with you, I think now would be a shocking time to buy if you're thinking short term, if you've got an unstable income, if you're in high debt, if you don't have a plan in place and you don't have a team of advisors, if you're sitting on a small amount of cash or a small amount of equity, or if you're just feeling like really overwhelmed and really scared about the current market. And this isn't a market for everybody. This is a market for people that are in strong financial positions that can confront what's going on right now and confidently move forward based on data. That said, I think it's one of the most incredible buying opportunities this year since the last GFC for people that do take a longer term perspective, that have a stable income, that are sitting on low debt, with high cash and high equity, which is most of you listening to this video, have a clear strategy, a clear plan, a great team in place, and have obsessed about the market like I have to know that Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart, and Canberra look absolutely shithouse right now, where Brisbane, Perth, and maybe Adelaide look extremely good. I think for those of you with good cash and good equity that like a bargain and that like to buy when other people are fearful or sitting on the fence, this is a once in a 10-year opportunity. Now, there's obviously a whole bunch of real negatives surrounding the market at the moment. One of those is the mortgage rate cliff. Another one is the fact that we are going to have a year this year with another 6 to 7% inflation. And the reality of interest rates is they're currently sitting at 6+% right now. On top of that, APRA's still making it really hard to borrow money. The UK looks really, really sketchy at the moment, and that's obviously creating a little bit of fear in the global market. And sentiment's sitting at probably the lowest point, according to CBA, since the last GFC. Now, that concoction, coupled with coming out of COVID, obviously what's going on with Russia and the Ukraine, plus all of the uncertainty in China and America at the moment, is creating just this general fear bubble globally, where most investors are sitting on the sidelines and waiting to see what comes next. I believe from an Australian perspective, the positives massively outweigh the negatives if you've got a longer term perspective. Some of the positives as an investor right now is not as many people looking, and the supply is extremely low, creating artificial and pent up demand, which is driving prices up in many markets outside of Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart, and Canberra right now. The vacancy rates are the lowest on record right now. There's a massive amount of infrastructure coming, and obviously this incredible 2032 Olympic Games up here in Southeast Queensland. Unemployment rates are almost at the lowest point in history, and savings rates are at their highest. And we've got students, tourists, and people migrating to Australia from all over the world again right now. According to CBA, interest rates could be as low as 1.25% below what they are right now by the end of 2024. The combination of all of these factors, to me, are resulting in an incredible buying opportunity if you've got the right plan, the right strategy, and the right team moving forward. To wrap it all up, I think it's a terrible time for some investors and some home buyers this year, and I think an incredibly exciting time for others. If you sit in that second category of people that are in a strong financial position that want to take advantage of the market before every man and his dog comes rushing back in the next few years, then I'd love to offer you a one-on-one strategy session where we can talk about where you are right now, where you'd like to be longer term, and what's really going on in the market right now. And then you can take that with a grain of salt and go and absolutely smash it on your own, or potentially become one of the extremely small number of clients that we take on each month. To book that session, all you have to do is jump over to www.pumkedonproperty.com. But either way, regardless of where you're at, I think the long-term perspective for Australian real estate looks absolutely incredible. It's extremely scary at the moment, and I completely get that. But off the back of that, there are some insane once in a 10-year buying opportunities out there for smart investors in the next 12 months.
Woo! That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Getting
That's
cool,
it.
bro. Yeah. Oh, sweaty. So sweaty. Oh, that's good. Look at that.
So nice, eh?